Hey everyone, I'm Cj McCollum and I want to welcome you to GM School Tip-Off Challenge. This is coming to you from the National Basketball Players Association as well as SAP. SAP is an official cloud solutions partner of the NBA, and the NBA runs its statistics with SAP. Together, they get fans closer to the game using data and analytics. The GM School Challenge puts two fans in a head-to-head competition to use analytics to respond to an NBA challenge. Our players are competing for signed basketballs from myself and tickets to an NBA game. This week's challenge is Kia NBA Tip-Off 2021. I want to introduce a resident expert and judge. He's a former NBA general manager and former judge on GM School. Billy, it's almost that time for the new season to begin, so I want you to talk to us about the approach, predicting outcomes on opening night, especially with some significant additions to some of the teams.
Well, on first opening night, everybody's going to have fresh legs. So they're going to make shots. The shooters are going to make shots. What I'm looking for is continuity. With the new additions of a lot of teams, what are going to be their assist-turnover ratios? That, to me, is going to be the determining factor of the game. Also, rebounding. Guys are going to be energized, go after rebounds. So will they block out? Will they get the rebounds? But the biggest thing is guys are going to make shots. It's going to be the high-scoring affairs.
All right, let's do this. Today's competitors are Bobby and Derek. And this is the challenge the guys will get. Kia NBA Tip-Off 2021 is coming in the third week of October. Your challenge is to predict the winners of 4 marquee matchups that will take place that week. The guy you're thinking, you have access to NBA.com/stats, the NBA's official hub for data and analytics, with insight from SAP. You can use both team and individual player statistics to help make your decision. Now let's get to the competition. First game of the season is Bucks versus Nets. Bobby, who are you picking to win this one?
I'm picking the Nets. When you talk about the big three and KD, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, with the offensive abilities they have to create spacing on the floor, I think the usage rate from some of those perimeter players are going to be very key in their success. They're already difficult to guard when you just name those three, with all shooting above 40% from a three-point range. I'm thinking that the Bucks are going to have a really difficult time kind of matching up and playing against that. So my pick is the Nets for floor spacing and their ability to knock down perimeter shots.
All right, Derek. Bucks, Nets, who's your pick?
It's a close one, but I'm going to go with the Nets. The Nets have a league-leading offensive rating of 117.3. They also have a league-leading true shooting percentage at 61%, and they have 3 players that average over 25 points per game. I think that's just too much to overcome for Milwaukee. They're very close to the Nets with those stats as well. They just don't have anyone that can slow down Kevin Durant.
Derek, I want to come back to you. The second game of opening night is Warriors at Lakers. Who do you have taking this one?
I'm going to take the Lakers because I just think that the Lakers are going to be too physical for Golden State. You have Anthony Davis, who is a great rebounder. You have LeBron James, who gets rebounds, and you also have Mr. Triple-Double himself, Russell Westbrook. I just don't think that the Golden State Warriors are physical enough for the Lakers.
Interesting. Bobby, who's your pick? The Splash Brothers or the physical Lakers team?
I'm also going with the Lakers. The defensive rating being at 107, I think with the addition of an anchor like Dwight Howard, is going to be able to kind of give some support on defense that they didn't have coming out of last season. I think also with the firepower they've added in Westbrook and Wayne Ellington and Kendrick Nunn, you're offering yourself perimeter shooting and offensive playmaking with shooters that can shoot above 36% from beyond 3, so that's going to create spacing opportunity.
All right, Bobby, I want to come back to you. Night 2 of opening week starts with the Celtics against the Knicks. Who are you taking in night 2?
I'm taking the Knicks. Coming back with one of the top defenses in the league, ranking first in points allowed. I think that coupled with Kemba's scoring ability and Evan Fournier's scoring ability is going to be a really strong additions. Thinking of averaging about 14 points a game on Evan's front and 17 to 18 points a game on Kemba Walker's front. I just don't see the Boston Celtics being able to kind of match up with them from a full player-to-player standpoint. I just think they're going to be a little bit short on firepower and might be a rebuilding year for them next year. So the Knicks are my choice.
Derek, Celtics, Knicks, who's your pick?
I chose the Knicks as well. The Knicks have one of the stingiest defenses in the league. They're 4th in the league in defensive rating. They also don't turn the ball over too much. average about 13 turnovers a game. So what the Knicks kind of do with their defense and not turning the ball over, they force other teams to make the most out of everything or every single possession. If they can get you to turn it over and can get some easy offense in transition, because they don't have a great true shooting percentage, but their defense is so good that they junk up the game and they get themselves easy shots.
All right, Derek. The second game of night 2 is the Denver Nuggets against the Phoenix Suns. This is the last one we're picking here, so I gotta know, who's your choice gonna be? The MVP or CP and Devin Booker?
The only reason why I'm choosing the Phoenix Suns is because of their playmakers. Like you said, Joker is the MVP, and he is amazing offensively. He has a 2.5 to 1 assist to turnover ratio for a center, which is unbelievable. But Chris Paul with almost 4 to 1 assist to turnover ratio means that they're going to get more shots because they're going to turn the ball over less. And when your offensive rating is similar and your defensive rating is similar, it's all going to boil down to usually who gets the most possession. And the team that turns it over the least is going to get the most possessions. So I'm picking the Suns.
I like it. Bobby, this is the last pick of the challenge, your last point in time to make a difference in Billy's mind in terms of who's going to be the winner. Nuggets, Suns.
Yeah, I also feel like the Suns are going to handle business on opening nights. The Phoenix Suns ranking in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating is going to be, kind of prized for how they're going to be able to perform throughout the rest of the season. I think their playmaking ability that Derek spoke to is going to be really salient in their success. But with you having a playmaker like CP3 that averages double digits in both scoring and assist, and you have a scorer like Devin Booker who can put the ball on the floor and create his own shots as well as knock down threes above a 40% clip, I think that's really difficult to guard. And I think also with the addition to JaVale McGee is going to be able to kind of give them some anchoring in the paint that they didn't have last year in DeAndre Ayton. So I think that, this year we're going to see a lot of improvement as far as our defense goes to already what was strong. But JaVale McGee being able to kind of alter shots and make somewhat of a difference in the paint, I think is going to be that difference maker that is going to be able to kind of separate them since they are so close.
All right, Billy, which one of these guys impressed you the most? Who's your winner for tonight?
Well, Bobby and Derek, you both did a great job at looking at the stats and coming up with information. I thought you both are right on point. You can get all these stats with the NBA, but powered by SAP, and I think you guys dug deep. But it came down that I felt that Derek had a little more info, a little more knowledge, a little more detail with the stats. Bobby, you were right there, but I think Derek went a little more detail, and he gave him a lot more variety in his stats. So tonight, Derek, you're the winner.
All right, great work, guys. Once again, I want to remind fans that you can go to nba.com/stats for a ton of great information. I want to thank Derek as well as Bobby for coming out. Also, Billy, thanks again for doing such a terrific job. And congrats especially to the winner, Derek. Now, fans, SAP is inviting you to compete in the same challenge, but with more games. Go to the website at nbpa.com/GM School Challenge. Here you will find the 8 marquee matchups of the Kia NBA Tip-Off 2021, as well as a range of team and player statistics curated by the teams at SAP. Simply pick the winners and see how you do against other NBA fans. All right, good luck everyone, and I'll definitely see you at Tip-Off.